Hello. Evening, August 20th, just about 9 a.m. right. I am dealing with a migraine today, which is why my lights are off. So I'm doing this if nothing but by natural light. So I am shooting this video this morning basically to give a helpful heads up to other potential job seekers out there. Some advice on how to handle when you're receiving a letter either in the mail or via email, by message on your phone, at any level where a company is reaching out to you. You will definitely want to do your homework on any company that is reaching out to you. For instance, this morning I received a note from a company. I don't want to mention them in case I could be wrong about them. They don't seem completely legitimate to me, and I'll go into why. Basically, they had stated that they had seen my resume, they liked what they saw, and they were interested in pursuing a business relationship with me. It all sounds great on the surface, and then I kept scrolling down and read the rest of the note and who the note had come from, who authored this note. And my next step, and this is what I suggest to everyone when you're receiving any kind of correspondence from a company where you did not initiate, where you did not send them directly your resume, your CV. If they're approaching you, you always want to do your homework and check them out. So it can be via Better Business Bureau, it can be through social media, it can be through Wall Street Journal, whatever your chosen form of, for lack of a better word, awareness is. You should always do your homework about a company first before agreeing or disagreeing to work with them. So I am a big fan of websites like LinkedIn and Glassdoor. I will use Facebook from time to time to see, if this person checks out. I'll even go so far as to use Google. And for this company, the author of the letter was a woman. Her first name was Kathy. I'm not going to use her last name again because, I don't want to get in trouble, but also I don't want to call someone out who's trying to help someone else. So what this basically goes to is the fact that I checked out her information based on what I had seen in the email, went through LinkedIn, and I went through Glassdoor. When I went through LinkedIn, it showed her resume, and it also showed that she helps other companies get started and helps them with their social media, with their website, to create a website for them, so on and so forth. So that kind of raised a flag for me. And I decided, all right, well, let's check out the company itself. So the name of the company were just the initials, and there was no explanation as to what those initials stood for. The full name was not in parentheses like you would see with other companies. It had just listed the initials and that was it. So, doing some due diligence, I checked out the LinkedIn page for the company. I checked them out on Glassdoor, and other companies that had those same initials were coming up, but not the company that I was intending to go to. So in the email, it also provided a website. So I had gone directly to the website as well. The website showed that there was an about section, there was a contact section, there was a history, there was a link for staff. So my first instinct is click on the link for staff. I clicked on the link for staff and it showed one person, who was the CEO, the founder. And there were no other staff. He was it. So I looked into this a little bit further, and I looked at the other companies that he showed his initials with, and they spanned all over. They spanned from, overseas to other parts of the States, and there was no correlation between those companies to this company. So I'm not sure if that was intentional, or if he just hasn't thought that far ahead, or what the deal is. But it was another flag raised for me. So that's flag number 2. I had looked him up by his name, and I looked him up on Google, and the only thing that came up was another name that was very similar. There was one letter that was different, but it was the only other reference that I could find, and it was someone who had died. It was a link to their funeral, and another link to their wake, and to the passing of this person, who is located in Boston. So I should say my intention right now is to find a position in Texas. I'm currently living in California. I am looking to find a position to relocate to Austin, Texas. And I have been applying, kind of all over the place under different buzzwords, such as customer service, such as administrative, clerical, file clerk, data entry. Those have been the worlds that I have been trying to explore. What I have received are some people who have reached out to me by telephone, because my contact information, my telephone number, is listed within the resume. So they reached out to me. This one did not reach out to me by telephone. He only reached out to me via email, and it was not him. He did not attach. His name was not mentioned anywhere in the letter. His name was not mentioned as, founder of the company under the website. So there was nothing like that in the letter that was sent to me. And again, this letter was authored by someone who actually does not work for the company. She was doing PR, or, kind of assistant type work in a freelance capacity. So she does not work for the company. She's not listed on the page. It's just him that's listed on the page. So I looked into, the company itself. I moved on from his name, because his name did not turn up any results other than a Facebook page. And the Facebook page did not really go into any detail. It was his personal page. It wasn't in any detail in regards to the company. I could not find a Facebook page for the company itself. So that was flag number 3 for me. So I moved on from that, and I went to the company, tried to find information on the company itself. Could not find any success stories, any progress reports. Could not find any timeline or any kind of statistics on the success of this company. So that's flag number 4. And usually by flag number 3, that's all I need. But flag number 3 and flag number 4 kind of came in rapid succession. So I wanted to post this video to other, prospective job seekers. You're looking for a career, if you're looking to relocate to another state, if you're looking to change careers altogether, these are definitely things that you want to look out for. Now, my day job, when I'm not dealing with a massive migraine like I have been today, my job during the day is I help people with their resumes. I work in an employment type realm where I help people produce resumes. We go over their older resumes, and I kind of dress it up, give them advice as far as uh, how to apply for positions, how to handle interviews, questions to answer, questions that you leave alone, that sort of thing. So this is becoming more and more of a reality for me as far as how to handle yourself and situations that you can possibly get yourself into further down the road where it comes to job interviews, applying for jobs, trying to appeal to a specific type of company that you have an interest in. In this kind of a situation, they had solicited me. I did not initiate any kind of communications with this company. They had initiated it with me. I've not responded to the email. I'm debating whether I should respond and just give them a polite no or just leave it alone altogether. From what I have seen, this does not look on the face of it like a legitimate company. Now, I am going to say that I could be wrong. This could be a startup company. He could be kind of trying to get it off its feet. In that respect, you also need to consider, is that something that you want to get involved with? If it is a legitimate company, but it's still very much in the beginning stages, do you have the time and can you afford to get involved with the startup and to take a risk on whether or not it will be successful? The position that I'm in and the situation that I'm trying to enter to be able to relocate to Austin, I cannot afford to get involved in a startup. I'm not sure that that's what this is. I'm not sure that it's a scam either. I honestly don't know. And based on the time that I've spent doing research, there's not enough out there to convince me that this is something legitimate. And I'm not mentioning the company because I don't want to end up, putting a stain on a company that's trying to get started up. I think everyone has the right to want to create their own business, to create their own kind of income. With this, I'm not the right person to help get it started because I am trying to create my own brand. I am trying to create my own lifestyle, and I need something that is going to provide reliable income. So I cannot make someone else's business my hobby right now. I am in the middle of trying to get my own thing off the ground. So I think these are questions that every job seeker needs to ask yourself. Do you want to get involved in a startup or do you want to get involved with the company that's already established? If you want to get involved with the startup, fantastic. Do you have the monies saved up? Do you have the financial nest egg that will allow you to do that? If you do, great, go ahead. If you don't, it may not be the right opportunity for the present moment. It could be an opportunity to explore down the road if it interests you down the road. But I think for right now, if you are dealing with the type of situation where you need to be able to rely on an income coming in fairly quickly, I would say pass on this. So that's my advice. Tell me what you think in the comments. What would you be looking for in an employer? What would you want to do for your employer? The work that you were looking to do, is this something that you truly enjoy doing? Or is this something that you're doing just to get the income in? So, you can ask it of yourself, have your own private conversation with yourself, And I would say make a list of different qualities and attributes that you want in an employer or in an employee. If you're looking to do a startup company, what kind of people do you want working under you? Do you want someone who's going to look at everything in front of them and think 5 steps ahead? Or do you want someone who's going to be impulsive and, yes, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go? So, all very important questions to ask yourself, to ask your employer, to ask your employee. See where you want to be and where you want to go. The one bit of advice that I have been giving a lot of the people that I help in the office, there's a very popular quote. I don't know who originally said it. Dress for the job that you want, not the job that you have. Your resume is your first dress. Your resume is the first outfit that any employer is going to see, whether it's in an administrative world, whether it's in a construction world, medical, insurance, what have you. Your resume is the first outfit that any employer is going to see on you. So you need to have it looking the way you want yourself presented. You want to make sure that the kind of employers that you want to attract, that it's going to catch their eye, it's going to be something that they want to see and that they want to pursue. Receiving this email has made me wonder, what about my resume caught their eye? What do I need to change? What do I need to keep? So again, these are all very helpful little tidbits of information, minutiae, if you will, but they're all very important aspects to look at, to examine your resume, to examine your cover letter, and to make sure that the brand that you want shown to others is shown in your paperwork, in your first dress. So with that, I will say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please hit subscribe. There will be more. If you have questions, by all means, send me a DM, send me a note on here. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You know, my name is Carrie. I'm trying to get relocated to Austin. So if you have a friend in Austin who, you know, they're looking to hire, tell them I said hi. I'm going to shut off because it's just about 18 minutes and I've done enough talking. So farewell. I hope you all enjoy your week and I will see you in the next video. Bye.